At TTi, we support and believe in the United Nations Women's Empowerment Principles. These are 7 principles that have been developed through research and study on gender issues and what companies can do to support gender equality. All of the principles start with the CEO. They start at the top of the house.
So what does TTi Global do to provide equal opportunities both formally and informally for networking and mentoring?
I encourage every single TTi Global office around the world to pick a cause and get involved. We need to be good citizens in our communities, in the communities in which we work and we live. Since I believe so strongly in promoting education and advancement for women and young people, I'm involved in a number of programs, both as a representative of TTi Global and then also personally, as Lori Blaker. I mentor young women in a local high school in a tough neighborhood through a program called Women of Tomorrow. Many of these families there struggle financially, they're below the poverty line, and these girls face tough situations every single day. The walk to school can be treacherous. You never know if you're going to make it there or not. Is somebody going to jump you? Will I be raped? Will I be beat up? So it's my job to mentor these young women and give them hope for the future, to help them see a vision, to see a dream, and then to realize all the possibilities that there are in the world. That's what I do. I mentor these women and try to help them see what that future might be. And then I also have to try and show them as well that you don't have to punch somebody in the face to get ahead and meet your goals and objectives. So that's always a challenge too, but they come from such a tough environment. We've got to overcome all of the issues and the struggles and the challenges that they've learned over the years, and fighting and being angry is just one of those. So I've also taken part in a program called Peace for Business, and I've mentored a young woman that came into the United States here from Afghanistan. She wanted to learn more about running her own business. I ended up showing her a little bit about running her own business, but she was more interested in learning how she could run a business and also a family. To her, that was just amazing. I mean, you can have a business and be married and have children. Just for her to see that, I think, was very important. I've also, I'm working with a wonderful woman in Afghanistan, and she's promoting the TTi Global organization on the ground there, and she represents us in Kabul. Afghanistan is one of the newest markets where we've established operations, and we're now a registered corporation there. And this young woman is handling all of our marketing and sales opportunities there. And it's really my hope that we can generate some sort of commercial projects there, and then also workforce development programs that can support community development and programs for young people there. And it really goes to show quite a bit along the lines of, it's a great example of cross-border cooperation, and the fact that it's 2 women doing it makes it even greater. And I'm hopeful that we'll be successful and a good role model to other young women in Afghanistan and show them, again, what's possible and the potential that the world holds for them. I'm also a sponsor in another program called Women to Women International. This is a program where I sponsor a woman who is working to establish her own business. She's in a training program right now. I know her name, but I don't know her personally. I hope someday we get to meet, maybe when I'm traveling to Afghanistan or she's here in the United States, perhaps at some point. But I hope I'm providing her the financial support that she needs in order to get her business off the ground. She's currently responsible for raising 6 children. So she's got quite a road and journey ahead of her. TTi Global is also a corporate sponsor, and we provide support to Cornerstone Schools in Detroit. We take part in their partner mornings, and members from my organization go down and sit and read to students at the various schools in Detroit. And we also take part in their various activities and help support fundraising for that particular organization, for that school. It's important. They're doing a lot of good work down in the city of Detroit. I'm also on the board of trustees for Eaton Academy. That is a school that supports children with learning differences or learning disabilities. It's probably one of the only schools in the area where children with dyslexia, ADD, and other various and sundry learning disabilities can go and get specialized help they need in order to be successful. And I also personally, this is one of my favorites, I personally help support a school, vocational school in Bangalore, India. I've set up a scholarship fund there for young women so that they can attend programs free of charge. And this year we have 8 girls, this is a record, we have 8 girls in an English program at that school. And because so many families, this school is in a rural community, and so many families in rural communities believe that women aren't worth educating, and we've had to figure out ways that we can cover the cost for these women to attend classes or attend programs at this particular vocational school. And that's the only way we have any hope of getting these girls into programs. So again, you can see why women's issues and women's equality is so important to me. I've had the benefit of being able to attend school whenever I want. When you travel to some of these locations and see that girls aren't even allowed to attend grade school, it breaks your heart. And really, one of the great things about being the CEO of TTi Global is I'm working in a global community. I've got access to so many resources and such a network around the world, and why not? As CEOs, we should all be joining together, and we should all be looking to how can we share our network and how can we share our resources to help organizations and programs such as this one. And I had someone ask me the other day, especially because I'm working so much now in the Middle East, and I had a woman ask me if I thought that I was doing any good, and did I really think that I was going to change anything in Afghanistan or anything in a city like Detroit. And you sit back and you think about it, and it's a big challenge, and sometimes it's overwhelming, and sometimes you could let yourself get down. But I try and focus on the fact it's even one person at a time. If I can help one young woman or one child, then I'm helping one family. If I can help one family, how many lives will that family touch? It could be thousands. If I can touch 2 children, 2 families, it could be thousands of people. So I refuse to give up, and I refuse to believe that what I'm doing won't make a difference. And giving up, it only gives credibility to the people that want to oppress women and oppress others in the world. So I refuse to give up. I'm not going to do it. I have to believe that what we're doing really makes a difference.
Lori, does TTi invest in programs and policies that open up avenues for women to gain entry into all areas of business, including non-traditional job opportunities?
Yes, we do, and I actually think that TTi sets a great example for other companies to follow. When you take a look at it and just think about it, 3 out of 4 of my senior positions within the organization are women. My CFO, my global HR director, and myself. So that's quite an act for any company to follow, I think, and we're very, very proud of that fact. Also, my regional finance director in Latin America, she's a woman too. Now think about it. Regional finance director in Latin America, that's typically a real difficult area for women to promote and advance within companies. So I'm very proud of the fact that we have a great woman that's running our finance department and for the whole of the region. So I have to believe that we've set a good example, and I'd like to see other companies follow. We meet once a week with my global recruiting team. Again, like I said, just to make sure that we're recruiting diverse, culturally diverse, and we're keeping things equal as far as gender when we're looking at new candidates and new positions within the organization. By reinforcing these principles over and over, the word gets out there and it starts to stick within the corporate values of your organization, and I think that's what's happened within TTi Global. I really don't have to hit my people on the head with it anymore. They get it, they believe in it, and they understand it.
Lori, does TTi ensure equal access to all company-supported education and training programs, including literacy classes, vocational, and internet technology training?
Sure, we do. We now have a number of web-based classes that we've launched on our own corporate internet that employees can take advantage of the world over. And it ranges anywhere from, basic communication skills to customer handling skills to marketing skills. And everyone within the organization has the ability to tap into and take these courses. We also do a lot of work, because a lot of our work is technical in nature. We have to provide a lot of hands-on training to our staff. And that's important, especially with things moving as fast as they are on the technical side of the automotive industry. We need to try and help our employees keep pace. Sometimes we'll go into a market where they're a little bit behind us as far as their technical capabilities, and the quickest way for us to help them develop is through hands-on training. So we do a lot of hands-on training with our staff around the world.